What happened after the revolution in Iran was that life for the Baha'is became extremely difficult. Many Baha'is were killed, were executed for nothing but the fact that they believed in a different religion. And many of my parents' friends were executed. Baha'is were barred from going to universities in Iran. Baha'is lost their jobs. They were forced out of their government jobs. They lost their licenses to do business. So they really treated Baha'is like second-class citizens. As an 11-year-old, I was in 6th grade, and one day the administrators of the school, specifically a guy who was responsible to ensure that the Islamic teachings are followed by all students, who gave a sermon every day during the mass Islamic prayers, which I did not attend because as a Baha'i we have our own prayers. He told the students, which I could hear them, that today we're going to get rid of the Baha'i kids. So there was me and one other Baha'i kid in that school. Well, the school ended, and we were waiting right in front of the building inside the courtyard of the school. The faculty were leaving, the teachers were leaving, and we asked them to give us a ride. They would not. A group of about 100 kids of the students had gathered up right outside of the gates of the school with sticks and rocks and whatever they could find. And we knew this is not going to end well. So we felt that we have to be courageous and walk towards them. Otherwise, ultimately they're going to come to us. So we walked towards them, and we had about a mile walk to our home, and we actually lived right next door to each other. And so for a mile, they beat us, they hit us with rocks and sticks, but worse than that, they spit on us. And so by the time we got home, we were bloody, we were drenched from head to toe because of the spit. And frankly, I did not think we'll survive it. I did not feel any pain. I don't know why. It felt almost like I had an outer body experience. But I did not feel I'm going to make the mile. I'm going to survive. I should not have survived. There are 2 experiences in my life that I should not have survived them. That was the first one. And we made it home, and they had made it very clear, the school administrators, that they wanted to kill us. And it did not happen, but we were definitely not welcome to stay in that town. It caused me to be by far more firm in the values I stood for, because I had just, from my perspective, gone through an experience that under no circumstance I should have gone through. If any country, if any population valued human rights, valued different way of thinking, especially when that thinking is completely peaceful and is very much aligned when it comes to the betterment of the world, but they do that to people who feel that way, who believe in those kinds of teachings. It frankly really at the age of 11 made me very firm in my beliefs, that I was very clear at that point that what I stand for, and if I was almost killed for that, nothing will stop me from believing the way I did. And I think that that also prepared me for the inevitable hardship that was in front of us. You got to keep in mind, during this time, a lot of Baha'is were killed. Just a few years later, 10 Baha'i girls and women in Shiraz were executed on one day, the youngest being 16 years old, for nothing but the fact that they believed in a different religion. The youngest one, Mona, she was 16, and she was arrested for simply teaching kids virtues classes. And so, when you go through that kind of an experience, you realize that you need to stand for something that matters in life, and not in a sense change or give in because it's just too difficult to keep staying firm in those, believing in those values.